Mr. Delbecq, good morning. You have been quite involved in the negotiations for Copenhagen. What's the stage of the negotiation right now?
Well, the stage of the negotiations is quite difficult. The UN process, the COPs, have now handed in their work to the high level. The heads of state are arriving. The documents have not been finalized, so there are still many brackets in the text. And so there is a lot of work on the table for the heads of state.
Do you think they will achieve in 48 hours or so to come up with an ambitious agreement? We're talking an ambitious agreement, not just a low-level agreement.
Well, it's a challenge, and it remains a challenge. We knew when we were coming that there were very high expectations. Now we have to see what we can hammer out. But I still am confident if more than 100 heads of state land in this place, they are not going to be eager to leave without having done the job.
What are the major brackets that need to be sorted out?
Well, the most important thing is, of course, commitments. Commitments from developed countries, actions from developing countries, and finance. And on these issues, there is still a lot to be done, indeed, yeah.
Some countries, namely China, said they don't need finance. What's your perspective on that?
Well, that's already very helpful because we know that some other major states have problems in sending money to China. China is, I think, being served largely through the CDM already. So in case they can work out through the market-based mechanisms, that would be great. So the public money would primarily go for adaptation, deforestation, say Africa, Latin America, and the other Asian states, and I think that's the way it should go.
What's the minimum for a deal? Do you think fast start money would be just enough to actually have an ambitious deal? Or do we need also a more long-term financing plan?
Well, we need the essentials of a long-term financial plan, but I would not downplay the fast start financing. This is money that is available, clear, hard money, available as of tomorrow, so to speak. If the world is raising $30 billion, that's not nothing. I mean, we have economic crisis after all, and I think that this should sink in also with developing countries, that this is a real, concrete, immediate offer, real cash on the table. And I hope that leaders are going to appreciate that, perhaps much more than their negotiators.
We haven't heard much about public-private partnerships in this summit on how to raise cash from private investors. Why are they so absent? Although we know that to solve climate change, we not only need billion but trillions in the coming years. Why are they absent?
Well, I think that the money we are discussing here is going to act as a leverage for blending public and private funds, and that's also the market idea. That is that the World Bank comes in, the GEF comes in, the normal financial institutions come in, the carbon market comes in, and this blending between public and private money is going to be a very important leverage. Are they absent? I'm not sure. When we walk around here, we see all these technologies being displayed. After each technology, there is a company, or a group of companies, there is a constituency behind that. And I think indirectly they are present here.
In terms of targets, one last question in terms of target. We know that the US might not come with something more ambitious than they have already proposed, namely 17% on the 2005 level. Do you think that would be a problem to actually have a deal on targets?
Well, we made clear we are not terribly enthusiastic about that target. It could be better. But we made also clear that we understand that Mr. Obama has a lot of lost time to recuperate. And in that sense, I think a very important element for the European Union is having a Copenhagen result that is useful for the internal American decision-making. They have a very important climate bill in the Senate. That climate bill needs to be finalized. I think that the Copenhagen outcome should facilitate the finalization of that law and not create additional impediments. If the Americans have that law in place, we made it very clear that when we could build up a transatlantic carbon market, which would be a very important element to undertake in the coming years.
Okay, thank you very much.